Well, the warm weather has a lot of families getting ready to spend the weekend by the pool, but across the country, drowning is the leading cause of death for children under the age of 5.
Yeah, and a recent study found that California has the second highest number of pool drownings. And joining us to talk about this study this morning and what we can do to stay safe is Nick Van Zandt with Quote Wizard. Thanks so much for your time this morning.
Thanks for having me.
It's an alarming stat, but why does California rank so high when it comes to pool drownings for that young age group?
You know, most of the reason that California ranks very high is because of the size of California. Obviously, it has a bigger population. It's a warmer weather state. It has a lot of pools. When we look at the number, though, of child fatalities, what we have found is that there are about 40% of fatal pool drownings in the state involve a child. That is a higher number than other states nationwide. It's not the highest, but it is one of the higher rates of fatal child-related pool drowning.
And Nick, what's the reason that you found through the study that these drownings are occurring?
So when we looked at it, there's essentially three main causes what happens. In about 60% of cases, the child just goes missing. You know how kids can be. I have two myself. And you just don't hear them, and then the child is found in the pool. That happens in 60% of the cases. In about 20% of the cases, there is a pool barrier that is separating the pool from the house, but for some reason, somehow, the child just gets around it. And in the remaining cases, it's kind of unclear what happens. The child was seen by the pool and then was found in the pool, but not necessarily swimming at that time. But most of the time when we have a fatal drowning involving a child, it's because the child just goes missing for a little while. And that's why one of the biggest things that experts in our study recommends is if a child goes missing, if you don't hear them, you don't know where they are, the first thing you do is check the water.
Now, again, a lot of this data is going to be surprising to a lot of folks, but was there any of this data that surprised you, maybe?
You know, just how prevalent it really is, you know, and when you look at it, these numbers, every single one of them is a child. And for a parent myself, that can be just heartbreaking, and it overwhelmingly happens to young children. So when we look nationwide, about 45% of pool drownings involve a child under the age of 14. Predominantly, though, that child is under the age of 5 years old.
And Nick, you know, you talk about children maybe going missing, and that's one of the causes of this. We have about 30 seconds here. What are some tips that you would give to adults and parents, people that will be around the pool, to keep their children safe?
So in no particular order, but one of the biggest things is make sure that somebody is designated to watch the children. If everybody's sitting around the barbecue or something like that, if everyone is watching everyone, then no one is watching anyone. Put someone in charge of watching the children. Have a pool barrier, anything to separate the pool. Make sure the pool is visible, that you can see the bottom. And remember, even if there's adults there, a lifeguard, rafts, floaties, anything like that, the child can swim. That does not prevent drownings.
Nick Van Zandt, thank you so much for your time this morning. A lot of helpful tools.
Thank you.